Look at the top 5% of achievers in any field, and it is tempting to assume they were handed a genetic lottery ticket. We often credit innate talent, a high IQ, or the right family background, but a closer look at the results tells a different story. The line separating monumental achievement from mediocrity is incredibly thin. Think about a pot of water. At 211 degrees Fahrenheit, you have very hot, boiling water. But raise that temperature by exactly 1 more degree, and you generate steam. That single degree creates enough raw, explosive pressure to hurl a 60-ton fighter jet off the deck of an aircraft carrier at 120 miles an hour. That tiny shift in temperature is what behavioral researcher Dennis Waitley calls the winner's edge. It is a core learned attitude. Think of it as an operating system you install, rather than a trait you inherit. Consistently getting what you want out of life is rarely a matter of luck. It is the direct result of a deliberate, internal operating system used to process the world around you. Our default societal programming usually teaches the opposite. We are conditioned to externalize our control, adopting the mindset that we are merely passengers reacting to whatever the world throws at us. We consume a daily media diet focused on disaster and deviance. This constant bombardment traps us in a state of high alert, spiking our blood pressure and keeping us paralyzed by the feeling that we are victims of a changing world. When the NASA Skylab satellite was scheduled to return to Earth in 1979, the public response was a study in panic. Many people ran around declaring the sky was falling, bracing for a catastrophe they felt helpless to prevent. Yet, history is full of individuals who were dealt the worst starting hands and still found a way to win. Abraham Lincoln lost his job, suffered a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections before becoming one of the most successful presidents in history. Most of society remains trapped in the illusion that life is something that happens to us. High achievers understand that life is something you make happen. This internal shift relies on radical self-honesty. Voltaire compared life to a game of cards. You are dealt a hand you did not choose, but you alone are responsible for how you play it. In 1979, Malibu faced a crisis. Heavy rains loosened a 116-ton boulder, balancing precariously above the Pacific Coast Highway. The state treated it as a menace, shutting the road and spending over $1 million taxpayer dollars to shatter the rock. But a young artist named Brett Livingstone Strong saw the situation differently. He approached the owners and bought the fallen rock for exactly $100. While the state saw a dangerous liability to be removed, Strong applied radical self-honesty. He ignored the logistical drama and saw a massive piece of raw material that could be transformed into a masterpiece. 70 days later, using a jackhammer and chisels, he unveiled a masterfully sculpted tribute to an American icon, John Wayne. Strong then sold the sculpture to a collector for $1 million. Radical self-honesty is the refusal to be a victim of your environment. It forces you to stop complaining about the boulders falling in your path and start engineering them into opportunities. Why did the general public miss the opportunity in the rock? The answer lies in our internal sense of self-worth. From childhood, we are often subjected to correction to perfection. We are reminded of our mistakes more often than our victories, which can systematically erode our baseline self-esteem. This creates the failure syndrome, a learned habit of constantly apologizing for our existence and qualifying our successes to avoid judgment. This syndrome appeared clearly during a dinner Dennis Waitley attended in Atlanta. A waiter was assigned to prepare a technical dish, a veal Diane flambé, right at the table. Before he even started, the waiter began apologizing. He claimed it was his first week, predicted he would burn the meat, and worried he might set a dress on fire. He actively sabotaged the experience and his own tip by aggressively announcing his lack of skill in advance. Low self-esteem creates a destructive self-fulfilling prophecy. If you do not believe you are worthy of a win, you will find ways to prevent yourself from achieving it. Your brain is a powerful tool, but for many, it is currently paralyzed by running negative code. You rewrite that code by changing your daily internal self-talk and how you respond to validation from others. The mechanical fix is simple. The next time someone pays you a compliment, stop deflecting it with an excuse. Stand straight, accept the value they are offering, and just say, "Thank you." This foundational infrastructure allows you to securely accept and sustain success. It isn't about arrogance. It is about recognizing your own potential to reach a goal. When you combine total responsibility for your outcomes with the belief that you deserve to succeed, you unlock a new way to operate. This leads to the double win, a strategy where you gain what you want by helping others get what they want. This visualization shows how the win-lose playbook of the past operated. It relied on a zero-sum world where your gain required someone else's loss. In a double win scenario, success is based on interdependence and mutual elevation. A true strategy for life relies on cooperation rather than isolated competition. Sustainable winning means bringing others up with you. This framework functions as a mechanical process for your daily life. Pay attention to the next metaphorical boulder that crashes into your path, or the next time a colleague stops to pay you a compliment. You have the choice to play the victim of circumstance, or you can apply the 1-degree shift. Stop letting life happen to you and start making it happen.